a game that began with grand ambitions and over time has gained a dedicated, almost cult-like following. It's an adventure that starts with a simple premise, guiding our protagonist Billy on research expeditions to document strange creatures and supernatural phenomena. But beyond that, it's a journey through time, through delays, and through the evolution of game design itself. Today, almost a decade later, the game remains a work in progress, but with glimpses of refined mechanics, art, and story that hint at something truly unique. This is the story of the little devil inside. The project started its journey in 2015 when Neo Stream Interactive, a South Korean indie studio, launched a Kickstarter for an open-world action-adventure game featuring survival mechanics, a whimsical art style, and quirky humor. Early backers were drawn to the project's novel concept of managing the day-to-day struggles of adventurers dealing with mundane and supernatural dangers alike. With its minimalist aesthetic, it achieved impressive crowdfunding success, surpassing its goals and gaining momentum for planned features, including console releases for platforms like Wii U, which of course added some now historic charm. As development continued, The Little Devil Inside started drawing broader attention for its unique balance of RPG and survival elements, and an art style that merged low-poly models with deeply atmospheric settings. This led to a major moment in 2020 when Sony spotlighted the game during a PlayStation 5 showcase, promising a timed exclusive release on PS5. This, however, marked the beginning of what would be an arduous wait for fans, as multiple delays would follow, without much communication from the developers, fueling frustration and theories about the game's viability. Some hoped it would be launched in 2022 after an additional trailer debuted during Sony's State of Play in 2021. But silence returned for over 2 years, leaving backers and fans anxious. Recent updates in early 2024, however, broke that silence with a Kickstarter post explaining Neo Stream's difficulties with staffing and direction changes, which the studio claimed had been reconciled to refocus on its quote-unquote original vision. Alongside this update, the studio released a new trailer showcasing refined graphics and gameplay systems, indicating that the project is still active. Neo Stream has emphasized that it remains committed to releasing the game but has avoided giving a firm release date, which leaves many to speculate about its future and Sony's role in this extended delay. In Little Devil Inside, gameplay is carefully crafted to balance exploration, combat, survival, and RPG elements in a minimalist, atmospheric style. You play as Billy, a half-decent swordsman on a range of surreal, often dangerous expeditions. These are set by Professor Vincent and Dr. Oliver, whose goal is to compile an encyclopedia of the supernatural, all while Billy faces weather hazards, mysterious beasts, and demanding quests on foot or by train, which acts as the primary mode of travel between distant regions. The game's survival mechanics are uniquely designed to avoid repetitive chores, instead emphasizing immersive, in-the-moment problem-solving. Players must prepare carefully before each journey, selecting weather-resistant gear, the right weapons, and even considering regional intel on enemies and climate. While you will manage needs like hunger and warmth, survival elements won't disrupt the flow of gameplay, blending seamlessly into exploration instead. Encounters with threats are signaled through sounds or character movements rather than intrusive UI, supporting a journey-focused experience that feels organic and cinematic. Combat is another distinct part of the gameplay, drawing from action RPG mechanics but intentionally lighter than genre norms. Battles involve both melee and range tactics, with a strategy that leans into discovery and adaptation rather than grinding for powerful upgrades. Players will encounter both mythical creatures and real-world animals, each with unique behaviors. Combat choices and environment interplay, like using traps and environmental cover, all make encounters varied and engaging. The game's visual style amplifies its quirky yet foreboding atmosphere, presenting towns and landscapes in a toy town aesthetic that gives each setting a striking personality. Although fans have waited years to see Little Devil Inside come to life, recent gameplay reveals have been promising, showing an almost completed vision that could make a major impact on the indie RPG genre upon release. For fans, the journey with the little devil inside has been full of ups and downs, blending excitement for its unique style and gameplay with disappointment over its seemingly indefinite delays. Supporters have begun feeling disheartened by the lack of substantial updates from Neo's stream for several years. Still, there has been renewed hope among fans, as NeoStream shared updates on the game's transition to Unreal Engine 5, highlighting the ongoing dedication to making Little Devil Inside a reality. For some, these development challenges have cast doubt on NeoStream's ability to fulfill its promises, while others remain hopeful that the game will deliver on its initial potential. This ongoing emotional roller coaster reflects both the intense initial excitement and the lingering frustration that nearly a decade of waiting can bring.